You said there's no missed assignments in social. History. That's your favorite class, right?
Yes.
Okay, well then that should give you a little bit more motivation to do more work in there. So,
When Father Joyce and Mike DeChico started this in 1964, the idea was to make sure that the student athletes we recruited were getting the education we promised, and that has never changed.
The thesis is that Swahili culture wouldn't be what it is now if it wasn't for the strong influence the Arabians had.
Okay, your writing center at 8, right?
Yeah.
And so you'll have some more done by then?
Yeah.
In the realm of academic services and the services that are provided to student athletes around the country, I think you would find that most Division I offices are in fact housed in an athletic department. And we are proud of the fact that we are completely separate from that. We report to the provost. We believe it is the only way to maintain a healthy check and balance, to ensure that our office is exclusively responsible for the welfare of the students' academics. It's also another explanation as to why we lead the country in the GSR and graduation rates. When you have high standards, students will strive to meet those standards.
what about this essay? Can we at least start, thinking about some topics on what you want to write on?
Yeah.
Okay.
In many universities around the country, you'll find the academic requirements mirror the minimum that the NCAA requires. They have to pass 6 credit hours.
So conceivably, you could have 2 Ds and be able to check off the NCAA eligibility box at most institutions. Notre Dame's eligibility hasn't changed in forever. We've always used a different eligibility marker, number, metric.
At Notre Dame, students are asked to maintain a semester GPA throughout their 8 semesters here in order to maintain good standing. You need to maintain a 2.0 GPA in each semester.
We could have a student pass 15 credit hours with all C minuses and not be able to compete because we use a different standard.
Knowing that you could pass 15 hours and still be on probation if you are not giving it your best effort and are simply satisfied with getting by is a way to ensure that students are striving and really getting the most out of this experience.
Every student we recruit comes through our office and meets with an advisor. And in those meetings, we are very upfront that you're going to get an education. If you're going to come to Notre Dame, you're going to be challenged. It's not going to be easy. We will give you the resources. They're here, but you need to take advantage.
And then you're going to review a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Try to prepare before you go, a couple questions at least.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
The most important part of I think, our job is to work with the first-year students when they arrive on campus and are learning how to negotiate the new demands that are very real at a place like Notre Dame. Demands that are going to be across the board more challenging than anything they faced in high school.
So the way you know that you've done your problem right is if this total adds up to this total.
90% of our first-year student athletes have used a tutor. We want our students not just to use tutors to get from an F to a D or a D to a C, but to use tutors to get from a C to a B or a B to an A.
Yeah, so you're going to need to rewrite the molarities with new volumes.
Okay.
You have whatever the sum of those volumes are, but the same number of moles of HCN in that larger solution and the same number of moles of NaCN in that solution.
Tutors are usually undergraduates who have taken a particular class before or are a major in a particular subject. And so, in some form they're an expert, at least from an undergraduate level in a particular class.
I'm taking the
Derivative
of t is 1.
Yes.
So it's 1 plus derivative of 10, which is 0.
Yeah. How would you rewrite that?
It's
in
2,
the exponential form.
I'm just going to write it out. So
Because the square root's half is the
yeah,
exponent of
so
half.
Our role is to ensure that this is an experience that, one, fosters passion on the student's end. We want to help connect them with an area of study that they are really interested in. And through that interest, they're going to feel more comfortable and more passionate in spending time on the material and focusing on the readings and thinking critically about the subject. And that's the most important piece in ensuring that an education is going to be meaningful.
Graduate and educate. Get a degree, but beyond the credential, get an education.